Hello guys, welcome back with me. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. One of the most catastrophic injuries that can occur in a maritime accident is a burn injury. If you suffer a burn injury during a maritime accident, it is vital to contact a top-rated Houston Maritime for an injury lawyer as quickly as possible. Experienced maritime workers know that fires can ignite in most offshore environments. These incidents can lead to severe burn injuries. There are several degrees of burn injuries depending on the severity of the burn. Burn injuries can be caused by extreme heat, electricity, chemicals, radiation, or friction. Any of these burn hazards are present on submarine vessels or offshore rigs. First degree burns. This is usually a surface burn that does not necessarily require medical attention but may cause irritation and pain. Second degree burns. This is more severe burn that may cause blisters and may extend below the surface. Healing can take a few weeks. Third and fourth degree burns. These are the most serious burns injuries because they extend through the entire layer of tissue that lies below the surface. This layer contains structures such as nerve endings, sweat glands, hair follicles, and blood capillaries. These burn injuries are much more severe and will require a longer healing process and more medical attention. Severe burn injuries can lead to serious complications if not treated properly. Hypothermia resulting from the loss of body heat due to the damaged skin. Hypovolemia from damaged blood vessels causing your body to lose blood and other fluids. Infections resulting from the lack of protective barriers due to the damaged skin. Joint difficulties can result from the build-up of scar tissue. Sepsis can result from an infection. This is a life-threatening condition. Hospitalization costs for catastrophic burns can run into the six-figure range. This is why it is vital to contact an attorney as soon as possible to recover financial compensation for your injuries. Suffering these injuries without support can destabilize your future. The sooner you get in contact with a maritime burn injury lawyer, the better your chance of achieving the best possible outcome for your case. And injuries occur frequently in the maritime industry, depending on the severity of the injury. Lifelong treatment may be needed. In many cases, it may seem as though cases could have not been prevented. In reality, many brain injury accidents could have been prevented with the proper precautions. If that's the case, you may be able to file a claim under the Jones Act. Some of the most common causes of brain injuries include broken equipment, crane and cargo accidents, improperly stored equipment, poor ship maintenance, conveyor belt accidents, improper safety guidelines or training, lack of safety equipment, slip and fall accident. Types of brain injury and common symptoms. When a maritime worker suffers a head injury, it's one of two types: a closed head injury and an open. Closed head injury is when an injury doesn't cause the skull to be broken, fractured, or pierced. An open head injury is when the skull is pierced or fractured. Although open head injuries may seem more severe, closed head injuries are difficult to diagnose and can require extensive treatment. Cognitive damage, memory loss, trouble with concentration and attention. Sensory symptoms, loss of vision, hearing loss, or loss of taste or smell. Physical symptoms, seizures, headaches, paralysis, insomnia, chronic pain, or language difficulties. Behavioral, emotional symptoms, irritability, anger, depression, and traumatic mood swings. Any level of brain damage can have a serious impact on an employee's daily life, altering their personality and their ability to make a living. When a brain injury happens because an employer or coworkers was negligent, it is vital it is vital for injured people to hold all parties accountable for their own sake, the sake of the employees, and the sake of the loved one they support. Although not all maritime injuries are caused by negligence, amputation injuries often are. If any employer or vessel owner fails to maintain equipment, train the crew, or create a safe work environment, it can cause serious injuries that require amputation. Some of these accidents may be caused due to the following: unsecure cargo, lack of safety and equipment training, navigation collisions, defective and malfunction equipment. It is vital to work with equipment and machinery that is regularly maintained so that it is working correctly. It is the employer responsible to ensure that workers are properly trained to use this equipment. If your employer has not met this standard and you lost a limb as a result, he or she was negligent and should be held accountable. Amputation treatment. Surgery is required to treat a lost limb or to amputate a limb. Once you have had surgery, you may still need extensive physical and emotional therapy to help you adjust to the new reality of missing a limb or using a prosthetic limb. This payment cost can be difficult for an injured maritime worker to handle, especially while supporting a family. Our firm often has to help our clients rebuild their financial security in the wake of costly medical treatments. This is why it is vital to contact a maritime amputation injury attorney as soon as possible. If you suffered severe injuries in a maritime accidents that require amputation, you have the right to receive compensation. Limb cost is a financially costly loss. Patients face treatment costs for the rest of their lives under maritime law. You have several avenues for recovering damage, especially if negligence is involved, since maritime law is different from laws on land. It is vital to contact an experienced maritime amputation injury attorney as soon as possible to help you achieve the best possible results for your case. Maybe that's all from me. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.